Hello everyone, welcome back to Cis Theta Learning, where complex system design concepts are simplified like your morning filtered coffee. So in our last video, we saw we added a database to our single server system. So we saw SQL, NoSQL, serialization, deserialization, latency, etc. So now we'll speak about vertical scaling versus horizontal scaling. So do I get a big server or more servers? That's a dilemma, right? So first things, what is scaling? So before that, vertical scaling is also referred to as scale up. Okay, we'll see what is that, and then um, this horizontal scaling, right? Horizontal scaling is also referred to as scale out. So see, in simple terms, scale up means the process of adding more power, like CPU, RAM, etc. And horizontal scaling, scale out, allows you to scale by adding more servers into your pool of resources. So when the traffic is low, right? When the traffic is low. So this word vertical scaling is a great option, and the simplicity of vertical scaling is its main advantage. Unfortunately, it comes with some limitations. Before that, as I said, what is scaling? In system design, scaling means okay, let me change my color. What is scaling? So scaling means handling handling more traffic, handling more traffic, more data. Next, more users, more everything without your app screaming and dying. So there are two ways, as I said: vertical scaling, that is known as scale up, and horizontal scaling, scale out. So vertical scaling means you're upgrading your existing machine. So this is upgrading your existing machine, right? So more CPU, more RAM, faster SSD. You're basically giving your server a protein shake and sending it to the gym. That's what analogy we can give. So suppose what example we can give is, you're running your app on server. Maybe initial, I'll write it as initial. You have 4 cores and 8 GB RAM. Maybe this was initial, and then you're upgrading it to 16 cores and maybe 64 GB RAM, right? This is what your vertical scaling is. So what are pros of this? It is very simple to implement. There is no code change. You don't need to worry about distributed systems. Works well for monolithic application. But see, there are some cons also. So okay, let's set this is vertical scaling, right? Let's write the cons. What are cons? There's a hard limit, right? Harvard upgrades, they hit a ceiling. There's a hard limit. It's impossible to add unlimited data. Unlimited, sorry, not unlimited data, unlimited CPU. This is impossible to do it. Okay. Next is, vertical does not have failover and redundancy. If one server goes down, the website goes down completely. I hope you can get it. There's no need to write that. And next is horizontal scaling. So horizontal scaling is, you add you add more machines to a system, just like forming a cricket team instead of relying on maybe Rishabh Pant alone. Let's take test. So that's an example. So instead of one super server, you have 10 regular servers working together. They handle traffic collectively. So what's the advantage here? It's much easier to scale to massive loads, right? And failure of one machine doesn't bring down the whole system. And it works great for modern distributed architecture like microservices. And what are the disadvantages here? So it's more complex. You'll need load balancers, distributed databases, coordination, requires code and infrastructure changes, debugging, sometimes becomes a nightmare. So so I hope you got the differences, right? Between here, maybe we'll write adding more machines, maybe, right? So in previous designs, users are connected to the web server directly. Users will be unable to access the website if web server is offline. In another way, if many users access the web server simultaneously and reaches the web server's load limit, users generally experience slower response rate. so or fail to connect the server. So in this time a load balancer is needed. So we'll see the load balancer in the next video, but I hope you got an idea, right? So vertical scaling is also known as scale up, horizontal scaling is also known as scale out. In vertical scaling we add more CPU RAM, whereas in horizontal we add more machines. So that's what I wanted to cover in this video. I hope you understood it. If you need some more details in depth, please comment. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. So we'll catch you back in the next video where we'll see the load balance. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.